Feral hogs are a growing problem in Georgia and around the southeast. Their adaptability and population growth potential make them a source of major concern. The wild hogs are capable of extensive habitat destruction in a short period of time. It's an issue we've dealt with on the monitor many times over the past 7 years. That is the growing number of wild hogs that are rooting for food under the cloak of darkness, leaving behind damaged crops, frustrated farmers, and timber growers.
The general public doesn't understand the problem, and to do a story about the problem is not all that effective. And I compare it like you read a story about where somebody broke into a house 2 blocks away. That's one thing, but if it's your house that got broke into, it's an entirely different story.
Sanders and other farmers were among a group that met recently with members of the USDA wildlife management team and legislative representatives. They discussed what might be done about the growing number of feral hogs in Georgia.
Pigs are very intelligent, and the thing, not just are they intelligent, is they can be easily educated. And we will move from site to site and find ourselves dealing with pigs who have been educated. And that's really the more key. It's not so much the intelligence, it's the education. They've seen smaller traps, they've been harassed by dogs, they've been shot at. So when you deal with pigs like that have been educated at that point, it's a lot tougher to get them to walk into any kind of open, even the large corral style traps. It's tough, but it can be done.
Smith told us that Congress recently earmarked $20 million for close to 40 states to help eradicate the feral swine population.
Well, we hope so. And you know, this congressional directive that was given to our agency, this $20 million appropriation that we received, was to help build a collaboration and get a lot of the people that are, have an interest in this issue. I mean, this affects a lot of folks. I mean, you're talking not just agriculture, you're talking livestock, human health and safety, threatened and endangered species, natural resources. All those are affected by feral swine. And getting everyone to the same page and trying to get a collaboration of sorts to work together to try and resolve some of these issues throughout the state.
Rod PINKSTON, a former manager of the Olympic shooting team for the U.S. Army, and some other former soldiers, now operate Jager, a company designed to hunt down the wild hogs and help reduce the spread of the animals and bring a halt to crop and field damage.
We're moving our systems as fast as we can build them. The hardest part for me, I think my biggest frustration being a retired soldier, is that we're used to training a particular methodology in every single division. And that's not happening right now. Mississippi's doing one thing, Louisiana's doing something else, and Texas is doing something totally different. Until we get everybody on the same page, then and only then are we going to be able to solve this problem on a national basis.
Beyond the damage and economic impact being done by the hogs, one South Georgia vet said there's even a more compelling reason to stop these animals.
The big problem that we're concerned about on the veterinary services side is that if we were ever to get the foot and mouth disease virus in the United States from another country, that it would be really difficult to eradicate in any species if it were to get in the feral swine population, because of their nature of rooting and how much they move around, and they can also aerosolize that virus really over probably a couple of miles. So you may have a feral swine population in one area, but they may be able to transmit it through the air a couple of miles away, and can really negatively impact not only our livestock population but our exports as well, because if we were ever to get that disease, we cannot export many of our livestock products out of the United States. So that's another reason we really want to try and control the feral swine population for the possible foreign animal disease side. That also includes hog cholera and African swine fever as well.
Our goal for today was simply to start a conversation with legislators about our issues with feral hog damage in agricultural fields.
Porter is anxious to get started with a process that will be effective.
Right now that's pretty unknown. We'd like to see Dewey County on the forefront. That's one of the reasons that Extension and USDA and Jager have gotten this together today, so that we can all work on it. We'd like to see it happen here.